Blake Corum was already supposed to be in the NFL, but one injury changed everything. Corum grew up in Marshall, Virginia, a small town with one stoplight and a population less than 3,000 people. Growing up, he would always be outside and in the outdoors, and when he entered the 5th grade, he started to take football seriously and become consistent with his workout. For high school, Corum decided to go to St. Vincent in Maryland. His parents backed him up and would drive him 2 hours to and from school every day, just for the hope of him getting noticed. Corum would wake up at 3 a.m. on school days and would not get home till 7:30, and then would repeat the process again. While at St. Vincent, Corum started receiving FBS offers, but that wasn't enough. He wanted to go big time, and he knew he would have to upgrade his high school to do so. He wanted to attend St. Francis Academy. Problem was, head coach Biff Poggi liked bigger running backs in his offense. 5'8" Corum was the complete opposite of that. However, a coach brought Corum in, and Poggi was impressed. He was a lot more filled out than he expected, but Poggi told him he already had plenty of running backs, and Blake's response, "I will beat out every single one of them and win a national championship." At that moment, he earned himself a scholarship and started boarding in a new environment in the center of Baltimore. Corum was unstoppable at St. Francis, even scoring 4 touchdowns in their 2019 opening game. By the time his high school career was over, he was ranked as a 4-star recruit and one of the top 20 running backs in the country. His college commitment came down to 2 complete opposite schools, Ohio State and Michigan. Corum visited both schools back-to-back weekends, and his parents expected him to be a Buckeye. But during his last day visiting Michigan, he had told his parents he had just called Ohio State to tell them he was committing to Michigan. Corum's first year at Michigan was a rocky start, only receiving 26 carries in a COVID-shortened year and struggling with the playbook. But in year 2, Corum excelled in a split backfield and started to foreshadow his dominance when he was going to be the solo back. The next season, that dominance came. He had over 1,500 total yards and was in the Heisman conversation. And with one last home game versus Illinois, he was emotional as he expected to be his last game in the big house and wanted to go out with a good game. And it started that way, with over 100 yards just in the first half before he went down with an injury. There was a lot of uncertainty on how severe the injury was, but that was not Corum's focus. The next day, he was using his NIL money to give turkeys to people in need. Something Corum has always been focused on is the ability to help others. And even when he was at his lowest from an injury, he did not let that stop him. Corum was able to come back from the Ohio State game, but just 2 plays in, he was ruled out, and they knew this injury was serious. It required surgery, and it was going to be a long road to recovery. Many around Blake still told him to consider the NFL draft, though, even Jim Harbaugh. However, Blake decided he did not want his Michigan career to end like that, and he wanted to cement his legacy with one more season with a chance to win the national championship. And now, after a long road to recovery and a long season with a lot of ups and downs for Michigan, he's 1 game away from that goal.